What is going on, guys? And welcome back. Baseball is back, and so is the Rhino Gang. As we are here, as Logan said, baseball is back. No Mets Weekly tonight, but we get, I guess, mini Rhino Hour, Rhino Weekly, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, MLB free agency has opened up. We are waiting patiently for that first a passing bomb or Rosenthal, someone to drop. We've got some rumors, but obviously, we will wait and see if anything happens. Obviously, if I'm doing something, the man to my right is always here. And also, usually, if it's big enough, we get the old man as well. So, Metsfan, what's going on?
All right, man?
And he's texting his 7 girlfriends right now just to see what's up. And also, the old man himself, Frank, about sports.
Yeah, and this definitely is a very exciting day. I had no idea that all of a sudden today was going to be the day. I said to you guys earlier, I was like, watch the lockout end the day when we don't have a Mets weekly schedule. I was like, because that's just how it works. I mean, we always have that kind of luck or unlucky. I mean, however you could want to consider it. But I'm just really excited because that means more stuff from us. We have a general idea of when it's going to start, how it's going to be. It will be 162. 9-inning doubleheaders, no extra innings crazy rule. I hated that rule so much. That's gone. So we're just going to get a little more like the traditional baseball. Yes, we're going to have universal DH, but at least we got some good things along the way. And we could go 5 years without talking about the CBT and luxury tax and all this other stuff.
So, yeah, pretty much. Obviously, we are simulcasting.
The world is healing. I mean, if a Red Sox fan is not hating a Yankee fan, the world is healing.
The world is a weird place. We also simulcasting on Frank About Sports channel and obviously the Mets fan channel. Not on the Mets Weekly channel. So, if you're a real fan, you can find us. But obviously, on the Mets Weekly Twitter has been tweeted out. But, so obviously, what's going on, John? We are all waiting, and we are waiting for that first domino to fall. I do think we're going to be here for maybe an hour or two, depending, again, how crazy. I thought we'd get a NFL kind of July 1st, boom, NBA, boom, guys, signed by 12/10. This isn't really going to be very, a la Mets Weekly, where we're like, oh, very, we got a structure and all that. No, this is going to be, you guys can ask some questions. We'll answer you guys. We're also, obviously, if anything breaks, we'll give you our initial reactions and kind of just hanging out. Doesn't have to be strictly baseball. I mean, of course, that's what we're waiting for. But another big trade. Obviously, me and Metsfan have talked about it on iTalk's channel earlier today. But Frank could pinch in his opinion on another big move in the NFL here. Frank, how concerned are you about Derek Carr's knees?
Well, I'm more concerned about the Derek Carr believers or truthers or whatever you want to call them, that group of people that want to act like this guy is some elite quarterback when he's borderline top 10. And that's because there's only about a borderline of 9 really good quarterbacks in this league. So that's more of a diss to all the other quarterbacks that are out there. But, I mean, good for the Chargers because once the Broncos added Russell Wilson, it's easy to be like, oh, my gosh, we got to compete with the Chiefs. Now the Broncos going to be really good. The Raiders are our last place team. Do we want to kind of just wait it out, or do we want to be aggressive to be like, you know what? We want to compete. We want to still be in the thick of things in the division. And you know what? You got to give credit to the Chargers for making that move, adding someone the caliber of Khalil Mack. And they didn't have to give up nearly what the Bears gave up to get him. All those first-round picks, now this time you're looking at some seconds and some thirds. You put them on the other side of Bosa, and all good things happen. You have a really good pass rush. So the Chargers are going to need that if they want to stop the Russell Wilsons of the world, knock Patrick Mahomes off his spot. I mean, that's the things it's going to take because we say every year the Chargers are one of those teams that they're kind of like borderline. Are they going to make the postseason? Are they not going to make it? Are they just going to kneel out and go for a tie at the end of the regular season? But now they're hoping that Khalil Mack maybe gets them actually into the playoffs.
Before we get Mets fans, as Merlin, what's going on, Merlin? Stanton we'll talk about in a second. Speaking of the Yankees, cover your ears, Yankee fans. The Yankees are still interested in bringing back Brett Gardner. So I just got that, so I had to
the annual Yankee signing.
That's great.
Gotta love the Yankees. So you did talk about a little bit on iTalk stream, but you can curse and you can yell and have free reign. You've had a couple of minutes to react to it. How are you feeling about Derek Carr's life, pretty much?
I thought he was going to die this year. He didn't. He'll probably die this year. Maybe he won't. But yeah, he is an elite quarterback, and you can shove it. That's it. On to baseball. Don't care right now.
Also have a little bit of news here. MLB and the PA have agreed to stage games or a tour over the next 5 years with poor sources in Mexico, Asia, Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, London, and Paris. So more.
I wonder how that is going to affect the whole possibility of international draft of trying to grow the game now. Those people actually kind of get to see the major league product in their own countries, respective countries. So I think that whole situation, they got to talk about that again, July 25th. Hopefully that doesn't stop baseball again, put in another lockout. They said they'll just go on with how things are, which I like, because I mean, can you imagine if the season actually started and then July, like, oh, wait, we got to take a break again? Like, are you kidding me? So I'm curious to see how that goes, because that is something that came out of the blue this week. I mean, this lockout's been going on since December, and now all of a sudden the week of it ending is when we started to hear about this whole idea of international draft. That seemed like it was a pretty big turnoff for some of the players involved, and even former players, guys like Big Poppy's talking about it as well.
So we'll get to that, obviously. We'll keep this Mets-centric because obviously we are Mets fans. Opening day will be April 7th at Washington. They'll play a 4-game set, unlike most opening days where you get that day off after opening day. No,
there's going to be really little days off this year.
Hey,
I mean, if they're going to be using some of the off days for double headers,
I think they might plan it with the because the Mets kind of got I guess it wasn't if they would have made up the games, because they missed games with Philadelphia and Washington, so the Mets wouldn't have been affected as much. They could just obviously they're going to play the Phillies and Nationals a bunch, but yeah. So the Mets open up the 7th in Washington. So Max Scherzer's debut, if he makes it through spring training, will be against the Washington Nationals in his old ballpark. The Mets don't play. Their home opener will be on April 15th on Jackie Robinson Day against the Diamondbacks at Citi Field. Probably started by
good chance you win the home opener facing them. So that's always good to win your home opener.
Whoever the number 3 starter would get that game, barring skipping the start. But whoever, if it is Carlos Rondon, don't want it to be, or Kikuchi, or maybe a trade, who knows? That will be your opening day starter, home opener. But so what do you got? Also, I will be without these cancellations. I will be able to see the New York Mets play games this year. It's April 25th through the 28th. They will be in St. Louis. Do we have news or no? That's fucking email. I don't care about email notifications. Stop.
So ESPN has the Mets depth chart of starters: Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer, Taijuan Walker, Carlos Carrasco, Trevor Williams.
Yeah, because McGill will be down the minor leagues.
Oh man, they really don't think.
Well, no, because McGill has the minor league option, so that's not crazy to see. But yeah, obviously we all think.
They have Antonio Santos as their 4th best reliever too.
Ugh. You mean Junior Santos?
Antonio Santos.
Another Santos. There's a couple Santos in the system.
Gracious.
Yeah.
And this, like Andrew, you said earlier today in iTalk stream, if Steve Cohen is paying $8 million for a shark, why are we not paying $8 million for a Colin McHugh or one of these guys?
Please give me Colin.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah, we'll hit a few.
We can't have Santos as our 4th best reliever. I mean, let's be serious here.
We'll do some predictions in a second. Let's go to the old man's opinion about this, because changing the game. Normal playoffs, adding a playoff team. Oh man, how do you feel with the 6 teams per league making the playoffs and the tournament bracket? I guess now with the playoffs.
Well, God, the channel isn't called. Everything is gravy and rainbows and sunshines. I'm going to be real about it. As a traditionalist, as an old man, as a purist, I don't like it. I think that we don't want. I mean, I understand baseball wants to grow the game, but you don't necessarily want to be like the other sports. You want to be a little different. You don't want to be like basketball where everybody makes it. I mean, that's the whole point of the 162 regular season and how much of a grind it is, how tough it is. And can you be that team that has the toughness to withstand that and make it, with very few teams making it? But now, if so many people make it, it doesn't really have the same accomplishment of it when you do actually get there. So does it mean the Mets get there more often? Yes. So as Met fans, is that great? Wonderful. Amazing. But I just think that as someone who, I only want excellence. I don't want Mickey Mouse championships. I don't want the Mets to get to a World Series and the whole other team got hurt, and that's why the Mets won. I want them to win legit. I want them to win against healthy teams. So everybody just getting in, I don't like that. And the thing is that we kind of saw when they had the 2020 season, so many teams made it. Did any upsets really happen? Like, did a team, other than maybe the Marlins being the Cubs, because the Cubs, Chili Davis, and they just completely fell asleep offensively. But other than that, I mean, the teams that belong are the teams that advance. So you're kind of just adding extra games. I hope, and this is just a hope, maybe it takes a little bit away from tanking. if some other teams feel like they have a chance, maybe they won't tank as much, but you're still not going to see the Pirates try or the Rockies or the Diamondbacks. Those teams, they're still really not going to put forward much effort, so they can't really solve that. But me personally, I don't like it, but I understand why. I mean, for a business perspective, I can understand why you want more fan bases interested. You want as many views as possible from all over the country. But me personally, I'm not a fan.
Oh my God! Stop. Okay, I'm gonna probably have to turn off these notifications because it's literally just like, oh, we're so happy that
just have passing on it.
Shut.
Wait for that first one to drop, and then I'll turn them back on. But here's I tweeted out because when they thought of the 14-team playoff, and I sat down, obviously Rhino thoughts, very dangerous idea when Rhino's thinking. But I'm like, if I looked at it 7-7, let's say when it was a 14, I said you have the 4 teams in the American League East. You have the White Sox, you have the Mariners, and the Astros. Frank, who of those 7 teams are any of those teams not deserving to be a potential playoff team?
Between the Mariners, Astros,
Astros, White Sox, and the 4 American League East teams.
They're all deserving.
So that's what I was at. And in the National League, it was you kind of stretched at the back, but you got the Dodgers, you've got the Brewers, you've got the Braves, you've got the Mets, you've got the Cardinals. If the Giants bounce back, and then the Padres, or maybe I think the Marlins are sneaky, and I think they're going to make a push this year, especially with a little bit of bats they've added, and I think they've added another one. They're scary. The Marlins.
Well, I mean, if I could put on my old man hat, so to speak, before wild card was a thing, you had teams that really had some amazing seasons, 90 wins, 90-plus wins, and they didn't make the postseason. Whereas now you run the risk of a team that has maybe mid-80s making it. I don't know. I understand. Again, I understand where they're going, but it really just a big slap in the face to all those other great teams that didn't make it that really would have easily ended the performance. Like, to me, I thought the second wild card was enough. I like the second wild card. I think that's just enough where you get a little more excitement. You have that big, do or die game, NFL-like, one team makes it, one team doesn't. But when you have this much, are they going to make it best of 3? And if they're going to do first-round buys and things like that, I mean, it'll take some getting used to. I mean, I definitely have to see it before I fully, like it or not. The one good thing I will say is that with the COVID season, when they had all those games in one day, when it was like,
it was March Madness. Yeah,
that was exciting. But again, it's like, I don't know. I mean, do the Mets and Padres make it? If they had this format this year, maybe, right? Do they make it? But I mean,
what do you mean? I don't think the Mets make it either way.
Past season.
Yeah, no, they still don't.
No, the Mets did not. No, they won 77 games. If they made it,
I mean,
so I will be pulling up tweets whenever something intriguing happens. And I know Jack's not the most reliable, but maybe we could play a little prediction here. Who is on that Mets list? Let's play that game. Who is on this Mets wish list?
Has to be. I mean, they've been linked to him for so long. I know they still want him. They have to.
Bryant.
Do they, though?
Kikuchi.
Could be. I hope some relief pitcher somewhere in there.
Oh, dude, if Steve Cohen's paying an $8 million shark, he can pay an $8 million reliever. Come on. Or 2 $4 million relievers. Come on. But
I will say,
I hope it's you.
There's a guy that, again, if somehow the Mets could give Robinson Cano some Jed Lowry knee soreness and just sit him on the couch the whole year, the guy whose name I'm just thinking price range and fit on the team, that when the offseason first started, I really wasn't for him. But as time has gone on, we've been in this lockout so long, you just have time to think and not really react to anything because nothing's happening. Kyle Schwarber, I think more and more would have a pretty nice fit as a DH because we know this team needs some home run power. The guy bats from the left side, so he's going to hit you some bombs. And listen, I would much rather have Kyle Schwarber than face Kyle Schwarber and have him just completely one-man army beat the Mets. Worst case scenario, every now and then he kind of plays first base. He kind of plays left field. He doesn't play them particularly well, but you can stick him there in an emergency. And then the other, what is he Jay Bruce 2.0?
Oh yeah, he's called him Jay Bruce, but I will take this down to put this up.
Ah, okay.
Are
The other thing I was going to say is if
off,
you're playing LB the show, you could put Schwarber at catcher and not have to use McCann. So, I mean, that right
Correa?
there is much more dangerous.
Correct.
That's big.
Dude, okay.
He has to be willing to move, which we don't know for sure if he's willing to. He said he wouldn't, so also, I don't know.
Let me get my background. Sorry. I don't know why. But I said this on
Kershaw, maybe. I don't know.
Kershaw. There you go.
Kershaw will be.
Carlos Rondon tweets the Joker, and here we go.
Yeah, that was from when the lockout hit. Yeah, that was Rondon. All right, so I said this on iTalk stream, and we'll get Frank's opinion on this. What happened last time? This whole against Steve Cohen, obviously how the owners have been against him.
I heard what you said, with the black.
Remember the last time somebody pissed off Steve Cohen?
Yep.
The owners are trying their best to contain this demon. This demon is going to be unleashed.
What?
And I think what do you got? What?
No, what can the Mets do, though?
It's Bryant. It's got to be Bryant and then either a Rondon.
What could the Mets possibly do? They're the Mets.
I mean, if Freeman, is Freeman actually, is that, we didn't think Scherzer was available.
How can you be so scared of Steve Cohen?
Again, someone needs to move to get Freeman here. Whether it's, again, putting Cano on the couch but something, because it's hard to fit on the first base.
JD, Dom, McNeil.
But they're not starters, though. That's the thing.
Here's where I'm at. The Mets are just going to Jacoby Ellsbury him. I think if he sucks
that's what I've been saying a while.
That they're just going to Ellsbury him. Like, he'll be on the roster. He'll get paid. Yeah. But I think it was a thing before the lockout. Because I think now with Steve being pissed, I don't think he cares.
Name we have no recollection to is going to come up. If we sign something big tonight, it's going to be a name that no one's really been talking about.
With the penalties, I don't know how much they talked about it. Let's say the Mets, are they doing those 4 tiers? Tier 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah. And it's 80%.
What's the worst? Just money? Is it not draft?
It's just 80% tax, whatever. I think it's like $60 million over the CBT. That's like
does that stop this guy?
No, nothing's
not. I mean, money is money. Like,
and I think that's the worst part.
He bought an $8 million people.
But here's what my thing was when let's say it's McScherzer and not McCann, Lindor, when they're like yelling about the fourth layer, and the fact that Cohen's pretty much blatantly said, "I don't care. I'm going to spend either way." That says something. That if he's not going to care what it costs.
The penalty is, you literally just put a grenade in his hand. You just made it worse for yourself if you're trying to stop Steve Cohen.
Especially if you're particularly trying to stop him in particular. Because, I mean, who else were they trying to stop? The Mets are the only team.
Yeah, but when the Yankees and Dodgers were doing it for all these years, it didn't matter.
I mean, the Dodgers are over. They're with the Mets as of now. But I don't see the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are going to make a move, which I think they're being way too damn quiet. They're going to make a move.
Yes.
I think the only team going to get to that fourth tier is Steve. I think the Dodgers play in that third tier. I think if the Dodgers at the deadline, they'll go to it. I don't think they're going to do it in the offseason. I think if they go all in, I think they'll go during the season, not after. Or not.
Who, the Dodgers?
The Dodgers.
Yeah.
Because I think if they'll add at the deadline, they'll add a big contract because they have the financial flexibility to do that.
Or the Yankees go second tier at most.
I think the Yankees can flirt around that third tier. Maybe not above it, but around it.
So
what is it 240 next year?
It's 240 is the CBT first threshold. And I think it's
250? 250 something?
Something like that. I mean, we had all the full details aren't out. We play on franchise on rookie if Steve wants to be. So I am at this point.
If Steve wants it.
I can't believe this is actually true. But again, we're not forgetting about Cannon and Marte. Marte is going to play. He's just starting left fielder or center. We're not saying we're forgetting about him. We're talking more.
The Mets are at 248.
They were at 248 before the lockout. Yeah, they were like at 250 before the lockout. Yeah,
okay. I can.
And it's going to keep increasing each year, right? So
it's going to keep
eventually
moving.
The Mets aren't that they're not in fourth tier territory.
They're all I mean, they're going to be like we've told you when free agent, they only have $50 million on the books. Obviously, that's not counting in potential DeGrom, Nimmo. Maybe they signed someone to that. Correct? Who knows? But as of that year, they don't have much money tied.
I'm gonna try and set up my Mets off-season planner thing that I made before the lockout. I'll try to set it up for where we're at right now.
Okay, so we'll meet.
Does that include trading for Jose Ramirez?
No, we're not trading more prospects to Cleveland. Stop. No, as great as he is, we're not trading.
Beatty is gone.
I don't think we're going to see any crazy signs right now because I think the suspicion of tampering would just be too
Give
much.
it an hour. I think give it an hour. I think you won't get Correa. You won't get those guys for a little bit. I think the Mets by the end of the night are going to end with a reliever. I think at minimum they're going to add with a bullpen arm.
What is the threshold now?
240. 240 is the threshold.
I don't know about tonight, but he's definitely mad in getting somebody.
Oh, he's by the weekend. By opening. No shit by opening day. By spring training on Sunday.
Kevin Pillar's out of here. Get rid of him.
Bye. Well, the thing is, spring training first game is next Friday.
Yes.
So I think you would ideally, in a perfect world, you want to have most of your team set up by the first spring training game.
But you're also thinking like this is a once in a generation type. We don't know obviously the lockout, but we're not like you would think that, but we could potentially be seeing hey, let's see if we can hold out for. I don't see maybe a Correa holds out for that because I was talking about what I talked.
I could see that.
I don't think Correa is gonna get a Seager deal because who's gonna give it to him? Especially if the Yankees are more intent with Freeman and Judge. I think they're going to pick those two guys over Correa.
I just don't understand that. Who's going to play shortstop for the Yankees?
They'll sign Simmons or whatever. And
I don't care.
Volpe and Peraza comes in. The Yankees, again, they're already getting the problem. If they sign Freeman, they could do that. They can do that. If they go out and get Olsen or Freeman.
Right. I'm spitballing here. You ready?
Oh, boy.
But let's just imagine if the biggest move here, and this is crazy because of the uncertainty, but imagine if the biggest move that they do tonight would be a DeGrom extension.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't see why not, but I think they should be talking for that. But again, I think tonight, by the end of tonight, by midnight, I think Kikuchi's deal's done, wherever he signs. I think Chafin is done. And I think Bryant is done by midnight.
Wow.
That's my gut. That's where I'm at. I think you'll see some other like middle end relievers like a Duffy and guys like that. But I don't think you see Freeman and Correa till tomorrow. I don't think. Barring the Yankees go crazy and they throw an offer at one of them.
What is this loser Eduardo Escobar making?
$10 million. He's making the Jed Lowry contract.
It's off from 8 to 10 million.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Would you rather have a shark? Would you rather have
dude, that is going to be the new meme.
Absolutely a shark. I absolutely want a shark.
Oh, and Riley Dixon is cut from the Giants. Good fucking riddance.
So I have a question about this guy. What's wrong with him?
His arm's dead.
Is it though? It's done.
Did you see him in the postseason? Oh wait, his arm was hurt because his arm is dead.
How was Scherzer's arm in the postseason?
But Scherzer at least pitched through it. Like Scherzer's was.
So did Rondon. He pitched.
It wasn't the same. We're like
Scherzer made it clear that he said that the limited amount of innings that he got was the worst.
It's work rate related.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying that if Rondon's arm was so bad that it was costing him over $100 million. Let's say he could have got Kevin Gausman contract on a healthy arm. Why hasn't he got a procedure done? If it's costing him that much money, get it fixed. If the medicals check out, let's just say for the sake of argument, the medicals check out because we've seen Tanaka, we've seen Lugo pitch through some pretty bad injuries and be okay. If his health checks out, why not?
And also, I've said it on the 1 year. Again, guy was DFA'd last year. Like he was that bad. Yes, could he have a great year? He had a great year.
Page.
Yeah, did have a good baseball savant page.
Don't care.
Did have a good savant page. But I don't trust Robbie Ray, and I think the Robbie Ray with the Mariners deal was not good. I think this is the same situation where one, he's injured, obviously injured, but his arm is done. And it's not like an elbow, like his arm is like not the same as. Yes, could he be maybe be a productive player?
Even with all these months off, his arm still doesn't work.
He'll still pitch better than Taijuan Walker.
I mean, yes.
So there's your number 3.
But it just having the one great year, Plus, I'm just like, I don't want it. Like, I don't like any of the free agent starters.
I feel like all these guys have risk attached to them in the free agent market.
Like, that's why I want them to add the guy. Like, if they're gonna add a bat,
no one's gonna have a clear bill of health at these days, especially with the shit that they've gone through recently with the pandemic and the fucking. I mean, the amount of like care that they've had like recently.
Well, again,
this
also going to be a start.
This was like the most unhealthy season 2021 for like any out of all teams, especially with the Mets.
And honestly, with this being a shortened season, and here's the other thing too. I mean, they didn't touch this because it hasn't come up yet, but the weather in April, especially in New York, it sucks. Okay, yeah. So games are going to get canceled. Those are going to be other doubleheaders. Will those be 9 innings as well?
Supposedly, yeah.
So you have a short spring training. You have all these doubleheaders.
No.
I think you might see a lot of injuries all over the sport.
Of course, yeah.
So you're taking a risk with anybody, and I'll take the young guy. I don't know. I mean, again, when I look at these young guys, he has injury risk too, and he's getting older. So
I'll still take Clayton Kershaw though. He's a beast.
Again, I've made it clear I don't want any of the free agent arms. I would rather try to trade the excess fat, extra position players for trade chip.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, obviously, I'll take any of the Reds guys. I'll take any of the Oakland A's guys over any of the free agent guys.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that. But if they're not going to trade anybody, if they're not making a trade, they still got to add somebody. Yeah, I still think this rotation needs at least somebody. So
and I'm probably picking Kikuchi over Rondon. Just because, again, it was a shit. I'm not these nerds. Don't look at me like I'm not them.
But, I mean, isn't he a bit of a one-year wonder too, though?
But I'm not getting that major arm injury. That's the one thing. I don't like either of
them. Walker.
You know I've made it clear. I don't want any – I've said it on Mets. I don't want to touch any of these guys with 10-foot stripper poles. But if I have to pick one, I'm picking Kikuchi because at least he pitched all year. Yes, was it Taijuan Walker?
He didn't pitch well in the second half. At least when Rondon pitched the second half, he still pitched well.
I just don't trust Ron. Oh shit, who's this? Who's this? Why is this? This was a double vibration. This was a double vibration. So Patrick Ewing, Dark. Piss off! I'm turning my 2K notifications off. Dark Matter Pat tomorrow. Fuck off 2K. Yeah, Dark Matter Patrick Ewing tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And somebody just went live. Who is that? Oh, Shelfie. What's up, Shelfie?
Wait a minute.
What we got?
Chad, Jordan's a Met.
Yeah, chat. Give us some questions if you guys want.
Again, if you're talking about Cueto, he's another guy that's older and just
hey, you know.
I just feel like you could say that about just about anybody on the starting rotation market.
Let's look at the let's look at the free agent market. Let's see who's the MLB current free agent pitchers. Let's take a look.
I mean, we already talked. Greinke's not coming here.
Is he though? I mean,
no, the stress for New York, he just can't do it.
Hey, he's not.
Tyler Anderson, he doesn't do much for me.
All right, here we go.
Danny Duffy is nice, but he's not.
That's my dude. Yeah,
he's not a number 3 though.
Well, none of these guys are number 3s.
I have no idea what I'm missing here.
I mean, just look at the guys that are up next. Then you have Brett Anderson, Zach Davies, the analytical people love.
All right, so here we go. We got obviously Rondon, Kershaw, Greinke, Anderson's ass, Pineda's ass. Then you got Kikuchi and Duffy, Cueto's ass. Harvey's a drug dealer. I wouldn't mind a minor league deal with Matt Boyd. I don't hate that.
He has to get the cert. He's like out the half the season, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he is hurt.
Yeah, so that's only a half-year deal.
Drew Smiley.
They have no way. Walker is on. So
I wouldn't mind half. I would not mind
number 3.
Yeah, you're not going to get a number 3 from free agency. You're going to have to trade for one. I'm looking at here's how I look for agency. Free agency is my number 4 starter. Trade is going to be my number 3. That's how the Mets have to look this way because there is no.
I mean, what are they doing with J.D. Davis?
Oh, he's gone. He's on the first train out of here. When they make a deal, he's gone. I wouldn't mind Hefner.
You going to hell?
I wouldn't mind that. Giving Hefner the ability to play with Carlos Martinez because he's got something there.
He does, but I don't think any pitching coach could get this guy to throw strikes on a regular basis. And also, nobody could calm him down like Yadier Molina can. Not even the great James McCann could pull off that. So
he's elite McChicken.
Got to work with.
So, all right. Shit. So now we'll get to Frank, which me and what I think the Mets are going to do. The first thing is a bullpen arm. Obviously, Iglesias got this god awful deal with the Angels. Kenley's out there. I think
closer role probably. So we know how that goes.
The guy I think most fans want, and I'm intrigued with the cutter, Mr. Cutterman, Ryan Tepera, Colin McHugh. Those are your two best kind of middle relief setup roles.
Cry.
What, Metsfan?
You already have Drew Smith. Fucking cry.
Oh, God. We want to win, not be 2019 Mets. Chafin, obviously, is the big number 1 lefty on the board. Rich Rodriguez is garbage. All-star Brad Foote. And then you got guys like Chris Martin, Archie Bradley, Joe Kelly, Rosenthal coming off an injury. Ottavino, I still like, just he gets a lot of strikeouts and he's still got great movement. Obviously,
we don't need another Patances.
MLB
maybe not
legend
Patances,
Steve
but he's more like
Cishek.
Miguel Castro. He throws all over the place.
True. My guy, Jake Diekman,
Wait,
the homie.
Seth? Whoa.
What?
Okay, so Seth Lucas projected to just make under $4 million in ARB 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again,
that's incredible.
Dude, Steve Cohen's paying sharks, dude. He's not getting more than Steve Cohen.
I'm looking at Tepera. He's a guy that this year was really his only good year.
But you got to, again.
And with relievers.
And then there's Kershaw, whose good year was only this year. So
speed it up. We're an hour in radio silence facts. Like, come on. It's got to be something.
It can't be too shady.
I mean, come on. We all know. But gotta appreciate it. The day is April 7th. You are currently grinding TA1 season first inning program, MLB The Show, and watching opening day on your TV on the background. Yes, sir. Oh, Frank's getting out. Does he got something? Frank's face like, what happened?
No, I was just listening to you.
Holy shit.
But I think once that first deal happens, then you're going to start getting. It's going to be who's going to jump first, and I think that's what we're waiting for. Obviously, half hour in.
Who is going to?
I feel like it has to be some relief. I mean, there's a lot of relievers on the board.
Dude, so and if I'm the Mets, I'm taking full advantage. Like, there's so many quality names on. Yes, is the Chafin, McHugh, Tepera options great? But if I can go cheap and get potentially both of Andrew Miller and Jake Diekman, grab a Joe Kelly, I'm all in for
Andrew Miller, Max Scherzer, they did a lot of talking while they were in Florida.
The head of the MLB PA or whatever.
You give me McHugh and Andrew Miller, and I'm not complaining. Maybe some couple more depth guys. Some minor league deals, and
put Drew Smith in Vegas, Syracuse or whatever.
Yeah, Syracuse.
2.5 mil projected from Jeff McNeil. What
the Marlins. Well, I know that their starting rotation is going to be really good. They added an outfielder, but they still
catcher. Added a catcher.
They did that as well, but I think they're going to definitely be up the Mets quite a bit. So we know that for sure. That's where a lot of their wins are going to come from. But I think they still have to add a little more on the offensive end, and I think the whole Derek Jeter leaving, that kind of tells me the direction they're headed in. I don't see the Marlins doing anything, spectacular, spending a ton of money, because I feel like if that was their vision, Derek Jeter probably would have stayed. So that's just the outlook I have from the outside looking in. But they definitely are an up-and-coming team, So, but we'll see. I think they a little more.
The GOAT has spoken.
But who knows? I mean, with the he still didn't put a picture on. Come on, James.
The GOAT has spoken.
Trash.
Yeah, Big Chicken, update your profile pic, my guy.
Drew Smith, 900,000.
That's $899 too much.
I mean, he should be getting the league minimum, 700,000. The Mets are getting robbed.
Oh, Robert Gazelman's already gone. Get him out of here.
Gone. See you later. Even
though he is going to succeed somewhere else, by the way.
Unlucky.
All right, chat. All right, we did this. Let's make bets. Who is the first guy to sign? Who is going to break the MLB free agency virgin balloon? Who's going to be the first one?
Peraza's gone.
Chat. Here we go. We'll start with Frank. Who's that first name? Who you got?
Andrew Chafin.
You're stealing mine. You're stealing mine. Cool.
Sorry. As usual.
Philly's second.
I was gonna say that's pretty hot, but I don't know.
It's Hanser Alberto, and you know it.
I mean, Greg Bird signed just before, So
well, the Blue Jays though.
Blue Jays, right? Greg Bird, yes sir. The legend himself.
Look out!
The stove is hot, boys.
Stove is hot, but I say Chafin. I'll be different since Frank wants to steal my Stunder. Throw it at the dartboard. Richard Rodriguez. Throw it at the dartboard.
I already told you it's Hanser Alberto, first guy going.
Eddie Rosario.
He's gonna get a good contract.
Bryant. He hits for high batting average. So,
where would Eddie play?
I mean, what we got here? There's Tim Ryder tweeting out the schedule for the Mets, obviously.
No, I think Freeman's gonna. I don't know. Maybe Freeman's is gonna sign pretty quickly. He might.
I mean, supposedly the rumor is he's picking between the Yankees and the Braves. Somebody just tweeted that out right before.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if the Yankees go the years, does that get it done? Because it seems that's what's holding him up between going back to the Braves. So if they give him that one more year, where's Marcana play?
I mean, you could platoon the both.
You could, but I think Rosario's going to get a better contract than to be a platoon guy.
I mean, he's
not my money. So if you want to pay him a bunch and just play him every now and then, I'm fine with that too.
Not that good, bro. He spent $8 million on a shark. So, Steve, bulk up this team. Sign Brad Miller, please. That's not the one I'm like. I need Brad Miller. We've come. The goat has spoke again.
Did he really?
The king has spoken.
What did he say?
Okay, if it's James McCann again, I'm gonna fucking
look out.
The king has spoken.
Out. He's gonna do something big. Oh my god.
Oh god.
The king has
welcome back, buddy.
He's such a troll.
Oh man. Get some crypto at pass and somebody hacking Cohen's account.
Tyler McGill.
So there you go.
Okay, so the lockout was officially lifted at 7 p.m. All right, so yeah, give it a little more time, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, there you go. We're just gonna chill here for a couple hours. We got nothing better to do with our lives, and we weren't gonna give you a Mets Weekly episode. We're not giving you a Mets Weekly episode. This is a Rhino Hour Super Show. So you guys we're just chilling, and just
Rosario. Then where does Nimmo go?
He's gonna go to Philadelphia. Go play with my other favorite player.
Wow, can you imagine an outfield of Brandon Nimmo, Bryce Harper, and Michael Conforto?
Oh, that's an elite. That's my three favorite players.
In there.
Oh my god, that's elite.
He had to sneak it in there. The rent, I swear.
What? It's a fact. I mean, Conforto's signing there with like a 2-year deal, like maybe $40 million.
The fuck?
I mean, I can see it. I really can.
Again, let's play this game. Name Philadelphia Phillies outfielder that are on their current roster. Play the game.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper.
I don't.
That's a fucking
care.
I mean, I'd prefer him to go to the Yankees. I guess if I had to pick Phillies or Yankees, but I kind of want to torture a Mets fan if he goes.
No, he would actually do well, and then Yankee fans would be like unbearable because he would actually do well in Baby Park. So
damn,
especially no shit. The place is perfect for him. He could pull all he wants. Doesn't worry about opposite field anymore.
I don't feel to be wrong all the time.
We talked about this right as the stream started. We say about it. It's a good idea. Playing in different countries,
I mean, if it helps grow the game, sure.
I mean, I don't care.
But again, it's not happening this year, but
it's the next 5 years. It was supposed to play in
Siberia. Wise, so
we're playing in Siberia, boys.
We drop it in Siberia, but you know what? Let's play a dumb game because
that's a good question for you, Andrew.
No, thank you, Eli. I'm good. No thanks. You can keep this one. Jesus, it's a bit of a low bar. I think NHL has the best franchise. So speaking of MLB
the show,
Wait, what?
Which MLB
show? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good
Sean Reed fully.
Very similar.
It's got to be something before 15. I think 15 was kind of the downfall of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I think MLB The Show 07 was probably the best one because it was simple, but it was also like.
Oh my god! Simple. Who the hell cares?
Obviously, the viewers do.
The viewers are asking the question, so we got to answer the question.
Well, stop asking terrible questions. Jesus Christ.
No, then Frank, then me and you are going to have to carry this next game because guess what? As we continue to wait, as the Giants again have finally cut Riley Dixon, thank God, we got time. And I think Frank played the beta for MLB The Show 22. He did not, so he did not see the ratings. Let's do a little ratings prediction.
Yeah, something's about to happen with Cohen's about to.
Cohen's got something percolating.
Oh, yeah.
He don't come back to Twitter randomly like he back. But maybe it is because hey, lockout's
he
over.
only tweets when something's going well. We know.
So, hey, lockout's over. So
I don't know why. I just get the feeling like just because Cohen wants to, he's gonna get Chris Bryant. I don't know why.
I'm gonna decline Robert's stock, and then I'll bring back everybody else. Let's do that.
So, well, again, as we are continuously waiting for that first pop to drop, and we'll do some predictions, have a little more fun. Maybe we'll just do predictions on the. Let's keep it free agent thing. I won't save the MLB The Show. Obviously, NHL 13 was a gay. That's a shout, dude. 13 was great. I miss NHL 13. I miss when NHL was a good game. I just hate it. All right, so. We'll do a little obviously, shout out to
I don't think we're seeing pitchers hit like ever again.
Never again. Never. Really wrap them in bubble wrap.
God.
Just let them be pitchers. So obviously, again, we'll do a little predictions, even though we've all done them on the record.
And also with Schwarber, another reason why he's a good fit, no more shift. So he's the guy that a all or nothing pull hitter now has much better chance of being successful. So. I don't know. I just think he'd be a pretty nice fit. If we don't want to go crazy, like obviously, Chris Bryant would be great. But if we want to still get a bat that isn't going to cost, 5 years, over $100 million, I think if the guy's remaining, it's really not that bad.
Of course. Hey, and Edwin Diaz has tweeted out. So pretty much, and Mike Trout's tweeted out. So we're hearing from everybody on the Twitter sphere. So we will do some prediction because guess what? We have nothing else to do until that. Again, waiting for that first guy to drop. We'll go through some of the top free agents. Maybe we'll do some football as well. We're just again kind of hanging out here, just doing the Rhino game as it's always played. So obviously, we'll start with the hardest one first. Where the hell is Carlos Correa going?
Mets. Easily.
Frank?
I don't know. I mean, something's telling me the Dodgers, but then you'd have to move Trey to second again.
Well, he's played second down the stretch.
But he wasn't good there. And does he want to play there? That's the other thing. So, I mean, Trey's got 1 year left on his deal too, right? So
free agent at the end of the season, he'd look good in a blue and orange jersey. I'm just saying. Resign Nimmo, put Turner in the leadoff spot. Nimmo ahead of
because if like. I don't know. If I had to really be realistic about it, I don't know. I just don't see the Yankees getting Correa or Freeman. I see Freeman staying with the Braves, and I just don't see the Yankees beating Carlos Correa's asking price. So I think what other suitors are left for him?
Yeah, it's the Cubs.
I think.
Are the Cubs going to pay that much?
They were interested before. I mean, the Orioles are the only other team that had actual interest in them. And we kind of talked about it on iTalk stream. I mean, who knows?
There's got to be a team that we're not really talking about.
That signs them.
Could the Angels sneak in there?
Somebody said. I saw somebody say. I forgot. I don't know where I saw the Angels as potentially a fit.
I mean, they still could use a shortstop, and they still need to spend money to capitalize off having Trout.
They're gonna blow.
Could the Phillies get involved?
I could see the Philly, but I don't know if their ownership group wants to spend more money.
But the thing is, you have Bryce Harper, that huge contract. You have JT Realmuto on a pretty big contract. You have Zach Wheeler on a pretty big contract. You still haven't made the postseason. I mean, if you're going to spend, and you're spending to win, so.
Yeah. So
the Red Sox would be really interesting, though. That would be.
Yeah, they move Bogarts to DH.
That'd be a big move.
What do you do with JD?
Really, really big move.
That's the problem.
And oh my God. I mean, you want to talk about sticking it to the Yankees? Yankee fans would be just like, oh my gosh, if Carlos Correa went to the Red Sox. Oh, they would. You would just never hear the end of it. It would be so mad.
So we'll go. All right, we'll go from obviously start with the best. Now we'll go to the rest of them. Let's go with Nelson Cruz. Where does the boomstick dropping his thunder?
Mets.
Shut up.
I'm just gonna pick the Mets for everything.
Ooh, the Giants, not a bad.
Should be the DH.
You know what? This is gonna hate me. No, they don't. He doesn't have a fit. I guess they do. I think he goes to the Braves.
It's the Mets. Goes to the Mets
because they can keep Duvall in the outfield. They can keep Riley at third. Freeman if they resign. So there's a free agent.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you got So you have Acuna in one spot. You got Duvall in one spot.
Then you have either Pache, Waters, or someone you sign.
I don't know if they trust Pache anymore. I really don't.
And then you kept Duvall. You keep Riley at third. Swanson.
This isn't a bad one.
That's not a bad shout.
Detroit. I like that. That's pretty
not
good.
a bad shout.
Wasn't Miggy still going another year though? But
Yep.
I mean, maybe you put him on the bench. I don't know.
All right. You play first. Torkelson can play third.
Miguel Cabrera at first at his age.
It's first base. Anyone can play first base. I'm fat and I.
Well, listen. You throw the ball in the dirt. Good luck.
Oh yeah.
Good luck.
Well, they got Javi. Oh shit, they got Javi.
When Javi Baez does those wild, crazy throws,
Miggy ain't jumping.
Having Miguel Cabrera jumping up and catching that.
All right. Against someone who is sentimental to one and lives rent free in the other's head, Michael Conforto.
Mets.
I've
already explained that everyone's a Met. That's all they say.
He's going to the Phillies.
He's going to the Phillies. Like he's gonna be a Philly.
God. You're gonna regret it.
No, he's gonna go play for my favorite team.
You're gonna regret it.
I named
I'm just gonna be sitting here like this. Could have been.
The guy that no one is talking about. Who the hell signing Nicholas Castellanos?
The Mets.
Shut up.
Easily the Mets.
I would have said Miami before Jeter saying like, "Oh, they're not in a win now" attitude.
I mean, they still could, but like, is Castellanos like a big enough player? Like, is he?
What do you mean? They need offense. They'll give him offense.
He will, but I mean,
he's not a Gold Glover though.
Shut up.
All right, so
what team could use?
I don't know if I did this right.
I mean, the
Maybe
Padres are another team.
Here's a really weird one. They're not going to fork up the money, but he'd be a good fit there. The Milwaukee Brewers. They could use a big bat like Castellanos.
I mean, they replaced Acevedo with Renfroe.
Yeah, but they still need a DH now because they didn't have a DH last year.
They could move Yelich.
Cardinals?
No, they're set. They might grab a bat, but I don't think they want to go to a bat to that level. I don't think they're going to bat that level. Okay. I think they'll add a bat, but I don't think they're going to go to.
I think they'll add a bat. They're not going to get a bat.
I still think Trevor Story to St. Louis makes sense. Paul DeYoung sucks. Like,
yeah, they didn't even use him at the end of the season. He wasn't even.
Yeah, they used Armando Sosa.
Paul DeYoung and Jeff McNeil. They both suck.
Hell, they're going to play both great in Cincinnati. As I'm just continuing again, guys. Again, this is on a laid back. As again, I continue just to keep the updates.
What did
going.
I do wrong?
What
I did wrong?
You're just stupid.
Fucking stupid.
Trevor Story. Where's the story going? Who's gonna write the story? The check.
Trev Dog.
He's probably the toughest one to figure out, honestly.
I think I'm gonna steal an old Frank about sports
Mets.
answer.
I'll take the
Astros.
Mets.
The who?
Astros.
I like it.
Again, if the Yankees
it might be a 1-year deal.
If it's a 1-year deal, I could definitely see the Yankees involved. And if it's a 1-year deal, I can see the Yankees jumping on that. But if it's a multi-year deal, I think the Astros will take it.
Oh.
We got.
Oh, Dallas Perez dies.
Who?
Wow. 2022 All-Star? Oh, 2002 All-Star.
No.
Jeez. Oh. We've got a lot of players.
A lot of passing away, yeah.
Meanwhile, geez.
I love how Anthony Volpe is trending right now.
So is Cashman.
No, I think. Who did we say Bryant yet or no?
I mean, we haven't said, but let's talk Chris Bryant. You want to talk Chris Bryant?
Seattle.
Let's talk Chris. This man's saying Trevor Story to Seattle.
Okay, I mean, everyone can have different. That's just my opinion. That's his opinion. My opinion is Chris Bryant will go to Seattle Mariners.
Everyone can have different opinions.
Chris Bryant will be a Philadelphia Philly, reuniting Bryce Harper with his good Vegas brother. Chris Bryant.
I don't think I see the Mets line that's gonna happen.
I'm not saying the Mets are gonna let it happen, but I think the Phillies are gonna sign him. More and more I think about it. Alec
I don't
Bohm.
think Cole's gonna let that happen.
Who knows? But I think Alec Bohm turning to absolute garbage opens up third base. Vegas, Bryant, and him are boys. They've always said they wanted to play together. There's too many connected dots to not pick the Phillies.
I think Seattle is going to just.
Seattle's a good shout too. Yeah.
Seattle's going to offer some. Seattle's getting somebody. Like they're just going to offer somebody a bunch of money. Like if Bryant takes, they'll get him. If not, they'll give it to Story. If there's some, they're getting someone.
Can they sign Correa, please?
Why?
Just so it doesn't go to the Yankees or the Dodgers.
Oh.
Can you sign?
The Dodgers got I don't know, maybe Trevor Story or whoever. Okay. What about Trevor Story on the Dodgers?
I think the Yankees are getting Andrelton Simmons, and they're going to like it. That's about it.
That's going to be interesting.
As we are just continuing to.
That's going to be interesting to have a nice hole in your lineup. Good Lord.
Oh God.
So, yeah, I mean we have that Jeff McNeil. So
I mean, yeah, fact we have like an absolute tire fire. In a
that he didn't make was apparently terrible.
Wait, what?
So.
Oh, who?
No, I said that they already have that in DJ LeMahieu, so they already have an automatic out.
No, it's an automatic ground ball.
Oh wow! Look at the Nets blowing out the Sixers with no Ben Simmons. How about that?
Oh, speaking of Ben Simmons in Philadelphia, he actually signed autographs for fans before the game. I was like, "Holy hell!" He actually signed.
He's nicer than Pete Alonso.
He's nicer than Pete Alonso and more of a hell of a hostile environment. Where the hell did the top of that thing go? Like I was genuinely, he
even wanted autographs from him.
I surprised, dude. He got off the bus and he went right to the fans and signed. I was like, "Holy hell!" Ooh, you. Why the hell is Bernie? What happened? What are you yelling? All right, so obviously, again, continuously the track Twitter notifications are on.
No, they're really.
They don't want to seem sus. It's okay. They're trying to.
It really would seem so suspicious. I think you're. I think closer to that midnight area, that's where you might see something.
As my PC, once ever I turn off tonight, it has to restart. That's great. So, free agent. Since we're talking free agency, a certain other sports free agency will be opening up very soon in the next week. So why not? We got a couple of football fans here. Some guys know ball, some guys don't. Some guys know talent, some people don't. We'll do a little predictions. Obviously, we're not going to take into consideration cap space because, again, we know enough about baseball. We don't care. We're just going to say, hey, this dude would fit good here. And why? So let's start it off. Let's start off with supposedly, according to CBS, offensive tackle from the New Orleans Saints, Terrell Armstead. Who shall fit that mold? I know
he's a Raider.
Shut the fuck up.
He's a Raider.
Frank about sports. Where are you feeling? One of the better offensive tackles, veteran, 31 years old, so not crazy young, 31 vet, looking for a bag.
I am trying to consider cap space though, because I want to say I'd like to see the Bengals upgrade their offensive line.
And they have the money; they can do it if they want.
They could, but I do want to see the Bengals focus on some other areas too. I just think that Super Bowl, I saw three problems. I saw the offensive line. I saw corner. You cannot have Eli Apple against Cooper Kupp one-on-one coverage.
Cooper Kupp one-on-one with Eli Apple. Oh, Lord.
And you can't have Samaje Perine on 3rd and 1. They gave him 3 chances, and he couldn't get done any time. So that's like the 3 areas need. A 3rd and 1 back, a corner, and some more offensive line. But I'm trying to think of another team. I feel like the Chiefs always try to address
Raider. He's a Raider.
Well, the Raiders.
They just gave the franchise tag to Orlando Brown Jr.
I don't want Carr to die, okay? Get someone.
Could the Broncos maybe sneak in there, try to get Russell Wilson?
No, fuck them. No. Raiders.
Their cap situation. I don't think their cap situation can get to that level. I think he's.
Raiders have like $50 million in cap right now.
Who are the Broncos? Let's go over the cap.
I know they gave a little bit of contract extension to some of their receivers. I remember that.
They did pay their receivers.
Astronaut. Well, now they have Russell's number.
So
they're going to extend Russell Wilson.
There you go. 1 second. So cap space. I will give you guys the full order of cap space. The teams with the most cap space are the Colts, Dolphins, Seahawks, the Jets, Chargers, Jags, Bengals, Steelers, Panthers. Who were we looking for? The Broncos, right? Where the hell are the Broncos? Yeah. Where are the Broncos?
They're pretty low down.
They have $26 million in cap space.
Oof, never mind.
So that might get them done, but that's about it. It's all you're really doing.
Raiders.
So
the Raiders.
I mean, the Panthers aren't that bad of an idea.
That's not. I mean, they got the same amount of cap space as the Broncos. I mean, both.
Oh, they're the same.
Same thing.
It sounded like their name was so far before the Broncos.
So the Raiders just cut Littleton. So I think it's like $48 million is what their cap is right now.
What happened to the Bengals cap space? I thought the Bengals had a lot of cap space. What the hell happened? Oh, they're still $38 million. Okay, $34 million.
Bengals.
So they're still
okay. Yeah,
they need to protect Joe Burrow at all costs. I'm going to exclude Von Miller because
yeah, I think the Eagles are going to pick up Russell Wilson too.
Hey, guess what?
Oh, go!
The Broncos just traded all their draft picks just to trade Russell Wilson away.
Dryden Hunt, you are so bad. You are so bad.
So we'll exclude Vaughn because we all think that's kind of a two-team race. Either he goes back to repeat or he goes back to Denver. We'll go to one of the best corners in the league. And obviously, why I don't think people should be shocked that, oh, wow, the Patriots didn't sign their corners. Wow, big shock.
Oh, wait. Did you guys see the Kumar Rocker rule?
What?
Did you guys see the Kumar Rocker rule?
No.
Yeah, I'll send it. It was from Mark Feinstein. And the fact that, like, they gave it a name, I think is really, really interesting. You know, because the whole situation happened.
Well,
the top 300 players will be able to participate in a combine, and they have to submit a pre-draft physical so that teams know.
So I'll pull
it's a good idea.
Chat.
So but it's the Scott Boras rule, is what we're.
Yeah, but of course it has some ties to the Mets.
Well, of course, it's the Mets. What did you expect?
Still,
lol Mets. Am I right?
Lol.
Because I feel like maybe had the Mets. I feel like the Mets had the medicals all along. But let's say they did have an advance. I guess they don't take Kumar Rocker. So
there you go for the chat. Yeah. There is your tweet for Feinstein. The Kumar Rocker roll. Gotta love it. So there you go.
Meanwhile, the Rangers are playing.
Meanwhile, hockey's going on. So J.C. Jackson, as I was going for. Frank.
Raider. That's a Raider. I'm being real. That's a Raider. That's a Raider. I'm serious. I'm being real.
I hope the Bengals.
Top 5.
JC Jackson's literally the Raiders are like in that top 3 to sign him.
You know what? If Elias was here, he would love me. I think this could be a New York Jet. I think there could be a New York Jet overpayment for J.C. Jackson to get one of the best corners in the league, and just don't have to draft Sauce Gardner or somebody in the draft.
Is that going to help Zach Wilson throw for 100 yards in a game?
100 yards. That's what the draft's for. They get some weapons offensively through the draft. If it's whoever the number one receiver is, they feel on the board because the number one receiver in this class, just like last year, up for debate on who you think the best guy is. So there's that.
A lot of good receivers.
A lot of good receivers. Kind of a weak free agency class if you think about it. Allen Robinson, kind of a guy who never really had a good quarterback. Had a terrible year last year.
Raider.
Shut the fuck up before I hit you with a flying dildo.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
Frank, the big receiver.
I actually could see the Jets getting involved. I think they do want to give Zach. They have the cap space. Give Zach Wilson a little more help. And I definitely could see him adding a receiver.
He sucks either way.
I mean, yeah.
But they have to at least try to make things a little easier for him.
So, man, this is kind of a trash ass free agency class, to be honest.
What about? I feel like Bobby Wagner, you could literally
Raider. That's a Raider.
No, he's not. He's going to be either a Ram, a Cardinal, or a what was the other one? The Niners were the
one of them is going to
How
happen.
the heck are the Rams gonna, like, I swear, the way the Rams pull up these cap things is just unbelievable.
Yeah, in football, there is nothing. There's a salary cap, but there's also not a salary cap. So
it's amazing how the Rams pull off what they do.
And when you win a Super Bowl, you get cheap players for even cheaper. It's the deal.
Yeah, go to the Bucs to run it back. They basically kept the entire team.
Pretty much kept the whole team. Yeah.
It didn't work, but the fact that they were still able to retain it is really tough to do.
Veteran MLB player tells me that the MLB officials confirmed unvaccinated players cannot play in Canada under the new CBA, will not be paid or receive service time for the games missed in Canada.
So here's my question. How come, I mean, of course, as I got to bring up the Nets, but how come Kyrie can't play in, like, unvaccinated can't play in Nets home games, but all unvaccinated Mets can play in home games? Right? Or unvaccinated. I think the Yankees are like almost 100% vaccinated, but I know the Mets were not.
Because our governor's a Knicks fan. I don't know if it's true or not. I just thought screw the Mets.
Was it the mayor or the governor is a Mets fan? They sent out a tweet saying "Let's go Mets."
Cuomo resigned, so
I think it was
Cuomo resigned.
I'm not 100% sure.
I have too many Cuomo jokes to make.
As Howie Rose is bitching and moaning on Twitter. Gotta love it.
What is he complaining about now?
Because now that the rule that they want to do more inter.
Oh, Mayor Adams is a Mets fan. There you go.
Nice.
He literally said, "Let's go Mets." LGM.
Facts.
So,
we got a buzz. Is this a buzz for bullshit or? Oh no, it's Frank trolling all of us. Nice.
Did you guys see him? Well, you guys probably didn't see it, but Marcus Stroman tweeted that Bob Nightingale did the best job reporting, and he was the only person he would check for the lockout negotiation. That shows you just how into.
Okay, Stroman.
With what's going on.
If Stroman ever watches it, because he's probably watching it right now and ready to block us. But Stroman, how dare you listen to a white man?
Hey. All right, come on.
Sorry,
it's been about an hour and a half now. Come on. Something's got to blow. Somebody blow that fuse. We're going to be on it for a couple hours, and if nothing happens, we're going to look very stupid.
If nothing happens if nothing happens and it's 10 o'clock, then just shut it down forever. That's it.
Yeah. I should also. We got a
question.
Vegas.
Shut up.
I wouldn't be surprised, actually.
Vegas wouldn't be surprised. They have the AAA team for now. I believe it's Oakland. They just got a brand new facility down there. Nashville's always a city that can come up for a baseball team. Dallas.
You know who could support it because they do so well with their basketball team when they're good is Oklahoma. Like Oklahoma, when Oklahoma was good, they sold out just about every single home game. So you give them a major sports
AAA team.
They do. The Dodgers.
They do have the Dodgers. They do have the Dodgers.
But I feel like they're passionate enough to pull it off.
It's not bad. I mean, Nashville.
What other
big cities? I'm thinking, what cities have? I forgot I took it down. What cities have other sports teams that don't have a baseball team? Carolina, maybe one of the Carolinas.
Yeah, Carolina could, but I feel
Charlotte. You're gonna have to say Charlotte.
They do have a AAA team as well. Charlotte.
Charlotte Knights.
Yeah. Charlotte Knights. So again, just waiting for non-BS. I'm gonna make sure I do follow Heyman and Rosenthal
because there's so many California and Florida teams already. I don't know. Would they add another? Could Florida add another?
Miami. They have Tampa,
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. That's
like Orlando. I don't know.
Orlando's not a bad shout. But yeah, so it's
we're waiting, Matthew. Where are the crazy free agencies?
We're waiting for the craziness. Again, nobody wanted to be sus. I think we're playing the game of who's gonna not be sus first. Once that first domino falls, it's gonna flow like butter.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's any other spots that don't have one. I mean, Indiana, could they?
I blame Max Scherzer for signing.
Could.
Indianapolis might not be a bad city. again, it's just kind of like relocation is just kind of like
Utah.
Utah is not about. There nobody goes to Utah.
Mm.
Ask Portland. Ask Dame. Maybe Portland.
Portland, maybe.
I would love another team in Canada. I wouldn't mind another team in Canada, either Quebec, Montreal. Well, obviously Montreal, maybe not.
I feel like so many Canada teams leave. Whether it's the Vancouver Grizzlies or obviously Montreal Expos, I just feel like Canada's just a tough sell.
Yeah, maybe Western Canada because either Edmonton. Shut up. I think Edmonton or Vancouver, like a West Coast Canada team, because obviously you got Toronto on the East Coast. Edmonton or Vancouver might not be.
So they said no.
Vancouver would be cool.
They said no. Unvaccinated players could go even like away to the Canada games.
I think it's whatever. Like when they go to Canada, yeah. So those are who's unvaccinated. That was from. Oh God, now I gotta find that in the ether. That was Twitter.
No, I don't care who it was, but just the fact that it's like it doesn't apply just to the home team. That applies to all teams.
No, it's just the rest of the visiting team to Toronto. Maybe it involves the Blue Jays as well, but at least the visiting people in Toronto aren't going to.
Yeah, because with New York, it doesn't affect the visiting; it only affects the home team.
As the Giants are continuously to show interest in Mitchell Trubisky.
How do you feel about that one, Andrew?
I am all for it.
Really?
Here's the problem. I love Daniel Jones, and I think he sucks, but he's my quarterback. But he can't stay healthy, and Mike Glennon and Geno Smith have been dog shit. So
Money Mitch.
If you want kissing titties on the Giants, I have no problem with it because Daniel Jones has not showed he can stay healthy, even if he has this great bounce back and Dable turns him into an average. I've always said if you can make Daniel Jones an average quarterback, that's my kind of threshold with Daniel. I don't think he can be an elite quarterback. He's mobile enough where maybe if you give Dable let him use his legs, it would be a lot nicer if you can let him use his legs. But you bring in Trubisky, I hate quoting Colin Cowherd, and this is probably the worst guy to quote. He's won playoff games. He's gotten into the playoffs. Like with the Bears, with Nagy, with a terrible coach. So I'm not saying kissing titties is going to bring the Giants to the playoffs. But he's a way better serviceable backup than a guy like Geno Smith, Colt McCoy. And the Giants if they're going to believe in Jones, he hasn't showed he can stay healthy. So I don't love Marcus Mariota. I think that's the guy I would love.
It's all yours.
I'd rank him Trubisky 1. I wouldn't mind Jameis and then Mariota as the backup for the Giants.
Jameis.
I don't love any of the draft. I mean, if the only way I would draft a quarterback if somehow Kenny Pickett fell to the second, or like the back half past the Steelers. You know what? Small hands means nothing.
We all know what that means, but we can't say it on stream.
We all can't say
the Mets schedule since we're not
we're waiting for news.
Particular topic, but from June 2nd to June 12th, that's a 10-day stretch. They're going to be on the West Coast. That is not going to be fun for me.
Well, that's always
10 days in a row in the West Coast.
That's what
we got Max
because this year the Mets are playing the American League West, so they have that West Coast. They're doing.
Are they going to? Well, Frank, since you have the schedule, are they going to Houston?
Yes.
When?
They are. I think that's in July. No, I'm sorry, end of June. June 21st, June 22nd. Two-game series.
Please tell me that's a weekend.
Let me see. June 21st.
When do we play the Angels?
That is Tuesday and Wednesday.
I'm gonna still. I could potentially.
When did the Angels come to Citi Field? That's my question.
Oh, that's
get some Trouty.
I think it's later in the year. Let me see. Because they go there in June.
Imagine an Ohtani DeGrom.
Igor's given up 3 goals already.
That GA is going up. Who are you playing?
I am not.
St. Louis.
Angels series.
That's a good team. I'm not going to shit on you that much.
Mm-hmm.
I see them going to Los Angeles, but I'll see the Angels coming here.
If they're going to, do the Mets go to Texas?
I see versus Texas. I don't see. I'm just trying to see. There's so many games.
I'm trying to think road trips. I prefer it to be on the week. It's a lot easier to go during the weekend. But
at Houston.
Yeah, there's 160.
Yeah, I see versus Texas.
So because sometimes you get half don't go, half do go.
Verdugo.
Verdugo.
Pittsburgh.
Verdugo. Launch angle God.
They go to Oakland, but
Lovely.
I don't see it at Texas or at Angels.
So Canna gets a reunion, or gets a homecoming. So does Marte. Sorta.
I don't know if the games line up, but June. So they go to the Angels the 10th, 11th, and 12th. My question is, do they see Syndergaard and do they see Ohtani? That's the question.
That's the question. Yeah. Will the Mets get the best of the Angels? I guess
I don't understand how this.
Eichel made his return to Buffalo.
There we go, Stromer. All right, 3-1.
Okay, at Arizona, at St. Louis.
So yeah, Chet, if you got questions, obviously Chet drop Stanley Cup predictions.
Oh, they have another swing in May also.
All the way.
Oh,
Rangers all the way. If they come back in this game and they win, Rangers all the way.
Panthers taking on the Colorado Avalanche.
Rangers Avalanche, got it.
Panthers or Carolina.
Right through the 5-hole by Brian Strome.
They're playing they're playing the Pirates on my birthday. That's a win.
They're playing the Phillies online.
Stop it.
What?
Unless Edwin Diaz has to face
Pirates are a win. Okay.
John Nagowski says hi.
Oh God! Wait,
Jacob Stallings says hi.
Was he signed by anybody?
He went to the Braves.
Did he?
The Braves.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Why would he?
He'll be the guy. He'll be the guy to send us home on facing elimination game 162 or whatever.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, oh God, they're gonna call him up just to face, just in a random Mets series, and one that really matters in June, and he's just gonna destroy them and then be DFA'd by the end of the year.
So I think I'm gonna do that. I think we'll go for an hour and a half. We'll end the stream now, an hour and a half. We'll go for 20.5 hours.
Someone's going to sign right after you end the stream.
Exactly.
Well, if anything happens,
we will. Again, we're going to be. Let me phrase that. Me and this tub to my right are going to be here all night. Frank's got a life, so he's going to have to go to bed eventually.
Unless the Mets do something.
Unless the Mets sign.
Or something massive happens, like if a Chris Bryant signs.
Yeah.
Someone huge.
So we'll stay here for the next maybe 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to hang out. You guys have questions, ask them in the chat. Doesn't have to be Mets, just baseball or hockey, football.
Series, there's a million of them.
The second series for the Mets. They play the Nationals and the Phillies.
Yeah, so
it's the second series for the Mets.
Hey,
the game that got canceled was Washington, Atlanta, Washington, Philadelphia.
All games that they can make up through the season with double headers.
Yeah, because it's all divisional, guys.
All divisional. So the Mets don't get burned.
So they're going to start the season. This is interesting. Arizona, San Francisco, at Arizona, at St. Louis. So we're not seeing a division team until May.
Well, you open it with Phillies and what's it called, and then you hit that weird trip, and then May.
Wait, who's our first game? I don't even know.
Nationals.
Nationals. Okay.
Yeah.
In DC.
In DC.
Yeah.
DC. Okay.
So Scherzer's debut and his old mount. Remember when opening day was Max Scherzer versus Jacob deGrom?
Andrew, really? They got to update this because on CBS.com, they have all the way through April 13th.
Oh, why are you using CBS for baseball? Go to Mets.com.
I don't know. I was just where this is the first thing that came up.
Never.
I want to know what our
you only use CBS for hockey. Or not
the first spring training game is 8 days.
Yeah.
Dude,
8 days, 18.
I'm sorry. This lockout ending, I'm so glad baseball is back. But this lockout is really putting pressure on my ranking video. Okay? Y'all killing me.
But Metsfan, now the $1 million question.
And then I also have to worry about the ones getting signed.
Yeah. Metsfan, now the $1 million question. Are we still getting the minor league package?
So, if they wanted to, they have the 14th as an off day right after the Phillies. They could. Would they be willing to use it right there to start making up games?
Day to be a double.
But I thought they said they're going to make up. They're going to add 3 days to the season.
I'll do that instead.
They weren't going to do that. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Can we have DeGrom be the number one starter for spring training? He pitches 2 innings, and then Scherzer comes in and pitches 2 innings.
I see something rough already in April. They play the Giants on Thursday, and then go to Arizona, no off day.
That's okay. That's good.
Well, I mean, Arizona's not good, but I'm just saying as far as staying healthy and guys just being prepared, that's a tough trip with no off day.
As the New York Post reports, a very, very exclusive notification.
I don't care enough about Robbie Ray. I'm sorry.
No, I don't. We don't care. Sadly, we don't care. We have big breaking news from New York Post. J.D. Davis says his time with the Mets is a 60-40, that he will no longer be a New York Met. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So He just said, like JD just said there.
They just posted an article, probably from like a quote.
Oh my god!
Come on, I mean, yeah. So again, we'll be alert. Anything happens, we'll be right back.
Igor Shesterkin surrenders 3 goals in 1 period, and Strome hit the net. Wow! What is going on?
That's some crazy stuff right there.
What is life?
What is life? Can I turn off email notifications because I have to do some work. Speaking of emails, I gotta.
Hey, what are you emails for?
Well, I'm getting work. I got work emails. So I have to actually go do
something. Okay, I got you.
This better.
I see another not fun trip. In May, they go from home to Colorado. Again, Colorado's not good.
I'm scared.
But again, doing that is just, God, man. It's not.
Hey,
and it same goes for the Raiders with the guys in the division. I'm not scared.
Get a week off.
But Frank, they fly on luxury planes.
Whoa. Listen, when Dr. J and those guys were making road trips, they didn't have luxury planes. You know, they had to take standard airlines, standard buses.
Keith and them had in '86 had crappy planes. And
yet he was playing all these car salesmen. So
I can't wait for Keith to talk about the CBT.
So
dentist.
My Flyers. Wait, whoa. My Flyers ain't winning shit. You just paid Ristolainen $5 million for 5 years. Yeah. Sorry. Thoughts on Matt Olson? Love me some Matt Olson.
I think he's saying they're winning right now. Like they're winning.
They're winning right now. Who are they playing?
You are so aggressive, even though fuck Philly.
I hate Flyers fans. Sorry, I love the Phillies. Hate the Flyers and the Eagles. Don't really give a shit about the Sixers. Matt Olson. I like Matt Olson. He's a good player.
I mean, who doesn't like Matt Olson is the question.
Wardy and Mets fans hate Matt Olson because they won't trade Pete Alonso for Matt Olson. Sorry.
Matt Olson's a G.
Matt Olson's a homie.
Pitching and at least one big bat.
Pitching,
pitching and pitching. A number 3 starter, a number 6 starter, a few bullpen arms, and at least one pretty good bat. That's how I see it.
I gotta mute this Rangers group chat now because Rangers fans.
Twitter notifications on amateur.
Sorry, I don't have clout. I like when people notify that somebody likes my tweet or comments. It makes my day. Sorry. Somebody, like, can there be some rumors at least? Like,
I know
something to see.
It is
like, give us something to sink our teeth in.
Spring training is starting way too soon for it to be this quiet.
Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. Y'all don't want to be the first sus guy to be like, oh, deal's done. Somebody signed, but like, come on.
Like, that Steve Cohen tweet still has me just like, I know he's doing something. Like
I think he already went to bed.
Kind of significant, but like, it just, I don't know. It confirms it pretty much. Like, we know that, like, the idea, but when he tweets, look out.
I knew baseball. You know how I knew baseball was back? Y'all ready for this?
What?
The second that I saw "Wake Up Sandy" on Twitter.
Yeah.
Baseball's back.
John Heyman has just tweeted. What Heyman tweet? Hold up.
As if Sandy is like
Max Scherzer. What?
He is like this dude right here.
Who cares? Fucking who cares? The CBA.
He's a Met.
Who
gives a
shit? Who gives
a
shit?
Coochie?
Remember earlier in the day, Heyman was saying there were Mets that were complaining. He said like 1 or 2 Mets. I think he just confirmed who that one Met was.
Well, we know who the 1 or 2 Mets are because the other 2 Mets representatives.
Yeah, but like, as far as like Scherzer or Lindor, it was Scherzer. But again, but my thing, like, and I'm being serious. If he cares that much about winning and about how much the team spends, you shouldn't be asking for record-breaking AAV. That is just that you're a hypocrite.
No, that's different. That's what I'm asking for Max Scherzer, the person.
You take a team-friendly discount.
Nah, Frank. This isn't Tom. Nope, not everybody's Tom Brady, Frank. Not everybody. Not in baseball.
As he said, this isn't about me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it isn't about him.
I want to be the highest paid player, but it's not about me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
As Jimmy's dropping some good knowledge in the group. Attaboy, Jimmy.
It's always about the Mets.
It's always if little Mets exist.
I mean, if anybody has a right to ask for the number 1 AV, it's DeGrom.
So, Max Scherzer, even though Max Scherzer will be at voluntary Mets camp tomorrow, so maybe we hear from Max at all. But
you just hear him complain. I can't wait.
Hey, he's got his money and he's got baseball, so we're good. As Matt Hardy has been extended by AEW. Cool. Don't really care to be honest.
Nobody cares.
I have notifications off. Why do I still getting notifications from this? As just kind of Mets fans love Rhys Hoskins. Dude, Rhys Hoskins looks like a turd.
Rhys Hoskins.
Mets fan or Mets fans?
Frank, not everybody's old man. We don't care about spelling.
Well, no, I'm saying, are we talking about Carson? Do you love Rhys Hoskins? Is that true?
I mean, I think he's a pretty good player, but he's a bitch.
Hey, Josh Bailey scored. Uh-oh.
If he didn't play for Philly, how would you feel about him?
I mean, he's a disciplined hitter. He's okay.
Walks a lot, so it gets Mets fan going.
Yeah, he's top 15 first baseman. He's all right.
A lot of walks.
I mean, he does walk a lot, but no, he's a good hitter. He's a good hitter.
Oh, we got a good fight going on here in Matt Dumba and Lucas Raymond throwing punches.
I thought we were talking about the Mets absolutely destroying the Sixers at home with James Harden.
Oh,
they don't have Joel Embiid.
What?
We want Hoskins out. What happened?
They don't have Joel Embiid. The guy shot like 20 million free throws already.
As per usual.
Here we go. This is a good question right here.
Ooh.
I'll take the latter.
I'll take Chapman in a pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer Donaldson and Taylor Rogers, but
yeah, I think I'd take Chapman because Brett Beatty has to go. That 61% ground ball rate gotta go.
Chapman the makings of a good WRC plus guy. All or nothing, home run hitter, a lot of extra base hits, strikes out a lot.
Not necessarily.
Chat, would you like to see me
strangle from Joey Gallo? If he drew some more walks, Matt Chapman would be Joey Gallo.
So let's do this fight. Let's check out this fight real quick. Love a scuff.
Why can't these guys just all get along?
Who beat the crap out of who?
Albert. He's giving some noogies with the blocker. Right. But I love who the Wild asks for personnel.
Hey, you're going to get me copyright. What are you doing?
Customers. Yep.
Tweet.
What
do I hear stuff?
Take that over now.
Oh, yeah, it's my piece.
Ground and pound starts. Look at this.
I didn't mean to clip.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just watching Matt Dumba beat the hell out of this young up-and-coming rookie.
It's not like you said Dumbo. I was like, what?
Dumbo. His name's Dumba. So
I know. It's like you said Dumbo.
So there you go. Nice little fight to fire the boys up, getting to a scruff. So again.
Matt Chapman walks.
He doesn't walk enough, though, to get a good WRC plus.
12.9% walk rate. Career 10.5%.
Hey, Igor Shesterkin got his first NHL point on the Strom goal.
Yeah, because probably doesn't have that much disparity. That's tough.
So, yeah, we'll be here for like another 10, I think.
But I mean, like again, Matt Chapman is going to get traded at some point, though. So
let's check out Matt Chapman's baseball savant.
It's always worth keeping in mind.
God, you're such a casual.
But again, like between Beatty, Vientos, and Mauricio.
Oh, it's so nice to go on Baseball Savant and see pictures. Gotta love it.
La la la.
And then we could see Adam O'Leary and all those guys. Can't wait.
Hot take, Ovi breaks. Hell yeah. Shout it to the fucking sky. Great. Again, I love the spelling of Ovi, but yes, that is shout it to the
better than the
sky.
GOAT?
Sidney Crosby's better than Wayne Gretzky. That's facts. So let's pull up the Savant page here for Mr.
When delusion just hits you like up the ass and out the mouth.
So let's check out these percentiles. Look at these percentiles here.
You're such a casual. You're such a casual. Oh my god.
Frank, what do you think? What is your expectations here? Let's get an old man take on Savant.
You want to scroll down and actually look at some real data, or are you just going to look at bad circles?
We like the circles.
Bad circles.
Yeah, we like the circles.
Circles are easier. He is what he is. He's going to strike out a lot. He's going to draw some walks. He'll hit some home runs. Play great defense.
Yeah, pretty much. That's.
I mean, him and Lindor on the left side of the infield is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not loving this batting average. To be honest, I'm not loving this BA
because McCann.
I'm not liking this OPS.
Is he a better hitter than Escobar?
Yes.
He brings more value than Escobar. I'll say that. I'll say he brings more value.
I mean, he's way better defensively, but offensively, it's.
I mean, Escobar's home runs and averages and RBIs. That's the same thing as what's it called? The average. I mean, the average is more in Eddie Escobar's favor, but power-wise, it's the same kind of player.
Offensively, Eduardo Escobar is like a mix of Albert Almora and like Keon Broxton. You know what I mean? Like,
how about? And then we'll look at this man,
Chris Bryant.
Let's see how long this takes to
load.
Do
you want to scroll down yet? You want to scroll down?
No, we only look at percentiles.
Too scary.
Too scary down there. So, Frank, what do you think about these percentiles?
Geez.
That's bad. But I was told the Mets need to sign this guy, so just trying to inform
he's a pretty solid all around guy. He's not who he used to be, but
and then we'll go. But then
he's an upgrade though.
But then look at this. These numbers do look good. They look better than Chapman's. Higher BA, less homers, less RBIs,
better OPS.
Better OPS.
Nowhere the same defensively, but he does have that position versatility.
He barely
which is nice to have.
Nice to see the chat.
And he also doesn't cost prospects.
All right.
Or if Andrew got his way, let's look at this man.
We have no farm system left, but
he's not going to cost anything. He's a burden.
Oh, I thought you were going for Jose Ramirez.
No, I'm not Mets fan.
No, we're getting Jose Ramirez.
And then we look at the bad guy. He's 36.
Do you think Montas is the most expensive over Bassett?
Yep.
Over Bassett?
He's got more years. That's why. He's younger and got more years that can turn. But then, Andrew, he's 36, but then look at this Savon page.
That doesn't mean he's going to do it the next year.
Okay. Let's see. You like consistency? Let's see.
You're an idiot. You're stupid.
Did he make it through the whole season healthy?
He did last year.
Did he miss any games?
He missed. I don't think he missed maybe 10 games.
Move.
That's with Donaldson. There's your numbers with Donaldson.
Still has prosthetic knees. You might as well bring back Asdrubal Cabrera.
Hey, no. Josh Donaldson's swaggy. Look at this hard hit rate. Look at this X slugging. Look at his barrel percentage.
I mean, he'll choke McNeil out before opening day.
And that's a benefit. We get, we toughen up or we get him.
McNeil will be dead.
Oh, yeah.
They played 135
games.
So,
okay, he's 36.
Nobody gives a shit about the games. Tell me the plate appearances. That's what I care about.
He's only getting older, so the chance of him staying healthy are just getting worse and worse.
Hey, and think about it. You play him at 120 at third base, but now you have the DH involved. He's a way better option. What's it called?
Than Cano?
And yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you give Cano, listen, if you give Cano the Jet Lowry,
Cano's a better option.
Then sure, why not?
No. Cano's a better DH.
And no, he is not. I mean,
Cano's better. He still has bat speed.
So does Donaldson.
Bitch. No, he doesn't. He's terrible.
No.
His sprint speed is higher than I expected.
Yeah, man, still got some wheels.
I think, but in order to, let's say, the Mets actually got Chapman, who do they have to give up? Is it 2 top 10 prospects at least? Or could you do a Dom and JD plus 1 top 10 guy?
I think that can get it done. Yeah. Especially if Olsen's getting flipped. God, this guy sucks.
So could you or would you do, let's say you get Chapman and Mania for JD Davis, Ronnie Mauricio, and maybe a number 14 and 19 prospect. Do you do that deal?
I'd prefer to just stay at the deadline. But I mean, I would if going to my head if I had to. I wouldn't be mad at that deal. I prefer Bassett over Mania, but whatever.
Yeah. But I think Mania.
This guy right here, man. That guy's better than Starling Marte. That guy's better than Starling Marte.
Let's see the comparison. So this is your
look at that chase rate. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Chase rate, 100%.
It's 100 chase rate.
So and then we'll look at this guy, but we also have to keep this in mind. He's coming off a career season.
Look at the barrel percentage, though. It's just
then we'll look at this guy. If it ever decides to load. Oh, God. Oh, dude.
Stinks.
do?
What about
Horrible.
the faces?
He ain't good.
Wait a minute. And this is what I was told defensively.
Oh, man.
Outfield jump and OAA. 63-38. If I can go back to Nemo.
God.
If it loads. Also, we have Rhino Wi-Fi. Look at this outfield jump. Look at the OAA. But I'm told.
Because he has a worse jump, but he's playing on the warning track.
Dude, OAA is all that matters to outfielders. So, look at that OAA percentile.
So the ball's hit right at you. You have a good OAA.
What? What's his DRS or whatever the hell that dumb shit's called? So yeah. Obviously, we're having a little fun with Metsfan, but obviously, Brandon Nimmo is still a better defender and Starling Marte and a better player. But I'll do one last.
You can't have a worse outfield jump with a better OAA. Like it doesn't make sense.
Okay, dark matter LeBron tomorrow. I just saw that. Okay, and 99 speed, 99 dunking. Okay. So
if there's not Spotlight Sims, what's the point?
What's Spotlight Sims? I don't think 2K knows free stuff. You get your player of the month. So on that note, I think we will call it at least stream number 1. I think we'll call it here. Hour and a half. We're all going to be on alert. We're still probably going to chill on this call, hang out, maybe just kind of shoot the shit, see if anything happens. Once we start getting
Marte starts there, and then what happens. I think just for like an ego perspective, they're gonna have Marte start there, and then maybe it changes. I don't know about this year. Definitely within a couple of years it will change, but I think just to start off, Marte starts there.
All right, I'm gonna do. I think I've already told Andrew this, but Frank, I want you to take a guess. I mean, I've not done the top 10, and I have about.
Oh,
let's see. I have
Thank you for watching,
5 more hitters left. I have 5 more hitters left.
Oh, we got a buzz
in the top 10
for the Mets.
A buzz?
No, it's from me.
We got a buzz.
Oh,
no, it's from me. Calm down.
You gotta stop texting me. I got my phone on alert.
Turn the volume off. Why? Like I'm not Jeff Passan.
This man really sending me 2K.
All right, so
I got phone on high alert.
What the fuck, dude?
Metsfan.
Okay.
You're talking about
so
the
I
Mets?
have
what or just in baseball in general.
Well, what I'm saying is in this video.
Okay.
How many times do you think WRC Plus is said?
Oh God. How many hitters are in it?
Well, as many as are projected to be. So I'd say
13 at minimum. 13, and then he does like a bonus.
I think you say it 28 times.
Jesus Christ.
Currently, it is said 5 times.
So there's your sneak peek for Mets fans video. I think we'll end it here. Obviously, again, we are on high alert. If anything happens, if like Andrew Miller signs, we're not going to go back live. If once we start seeing some traction, we'll be back live tonight. I think we'll definitely be back tonight.
Yeah, if we see like a bunch of craziness, then yeah.
So yeah, I think over the next 72 hours, you're going to be sick of us streaming because in the next 72 hours until Sunday, it's going to be chaos. But we will get some news eventually. So you think we will sign tonight? Who do you guys think we sign someone tonight? I think we got a bullpen arm at minimum. But I appreciate everybody for stopping by. If you guys want to, I guess if you want to plug something now, but we're going to be on high alert, so we'll be here. Obviously, Metsfan, you linked everybody in the description, right?
Yep.
So everybody's here. The other two, Metsfan and Frank, are linked down below. If you're on my channel, it was streamed on all of our channels. So if you are watching on Frank's, you're not subscribed to me or Metsfan, do that. If you're coming from my channel, subscribe to Frank and Metsfan and everybody else. Again, so stay tuned, notification squad. Turn on the notifications because we're going to be live very frequently, and hopefully the Mets do make a move. Maybe make a couple of moves. And again, next 72 hours are going to be very fun in baseball.
And I'll be making videos again, so
we'll be popping out videos and streams. Don't worry about that. You will see some content, maybe a collab. We had a collab in the work. Who knows if that video is even going to be made? Because who knows? Next 72 hours, the Mets could make that video pretty relevant. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.